Hello, you guys. This is Josh Vision, and I'm here to give you my season 12, episode 2 review of Doctor Who. So, in this episode, we basically have the Doctor trapped, basically in the same gateway or portal, essentially, or basis of nothingness that Yaz was trapped in the previous episode. So, basically, while she's trapped in this area, her friends, they're still on the plane. The plane's about to crash, but ironically, Ryan is basically giving like instructions like by the wall about what to do. So it turns out that the Doctor basically is giving him instructions on how to stop the plane. Basically, he has to get the cable wiring and just connect to his phone, and then from there, basically calm everything down manually. So without the way, let's go with the Doctor. So the Doctor meets this woman named Ada in this place. Basically the place where she's at like currently, and turns out that this is the first time that this woman been to this area, and that she thinks basically the life forms, I believe the Castavents, whatever, is what they tell her like via like telekinesis what they are, that basically that they are her guardians. But the Doctor's like, listen, they aren't your guardians, like they're the enemy. But Ada doesn't believe that. She believes they are like her guardians, and that she can take the Doctor with her if she likes. So she takes the Doctor to the year 1834. So that's where the Doctor meets Daniel Babbage, who's basically an English polymath guy. He's basically he's an inventor, mathematician, and he's also responsible for laying out the ideas for the eventual, I believe, digital computer, essentially. Or he laid down the groundwork for that. And Etta actually turns out to be the daughter of Lord Byron, who's one of England's greatest poets. And Etta, in her own right, was actually a very influential person as well, because she was known for being a mathematician and a great writer, and supporting heavily Daniel Babbage's analytical, engine. So the Doctor meets these two, and the Doctor is wondering why she was brought, specifically to this time, and how is it going to help her like defeat the Master. Speaking of the Master, we see that once the Master is told from Daniel Barton that the plane didn't crash and that the Doctor's friends survived, he's shocked and he's like, oh my God, the Doctor always survives. I got to take her out. You mean I'll take her out, you'll deal with her friends. So when it comes to her friends and Daniel Barton, that's really not that big a deal in this episode. They're basically just going tit for tat, trying to take the other out, whatever. So when it comes to the Doctor, the Master says something to the Doctor. I believe the Master starts shrinking people actually in the room that the Doctor, Ada, and Daniel's in. And he tells the Doctor, I'll stop doing this if you kneel. The Doctor is like, I'm not going to kneel. Then he's like, kneel. So she kneels and he's like, call me Master, essentially. And she says it. He's like, louder, louder, louder. And she says it. So it's like he's really enjoying this. Like it's like a tear in his eye moment, essentially. So it's during this conversation with the Doctor, she finds out that the Master is really not the master of these life forms, these Castavents, essentially. And that he's not in control of them, and that basically they have a mutual interest, essentially, but that's about it. He's not running the show. And he's at their mercy just as much as the Doctor is, essentially. So the Doctor, with the help of Ada, who shoots one of the electrical machines at the Master, are able to escape along with Daniel Babbage. So they're trying to figure out what these things are and what they can do. And not what they can do, but more like what's the purpose, kind of like the last episode. So we have the Doctor and Ada actually travel to World War II, where they meet this great radio operator, female radio operator, like the first female radio operator to actually be in Nazi France, and is known as a Musamor war hero, a British Musamor like hero, essentially, heroine, essentially. So this woman kind of saves Ada and the Doctor from the Nazis. So after this, we have the Doctor, meeting up with the Master, and the Doctor is able to finally take him out, essentially, and with the help of her team, and her friends, essentially. So the main meat of this episode near the ending is the fact that the Master mentions to the Doctor that what he meant by everything that she knew was a lie was that essentially Gallifrey is done, is dead, is destroyed. I believe the Time Lords lied to them, essentially, that they destroyed it or something along those lines. And I believe that's basically how the episode ended. A lot of things happened in this episode, so I'm sorry if I missed anything, but if I did, please write some comments down below in this, in the video section, obviously. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching this quick little review of Doctor Who Season 12, Episode 2. I'll give this episode about like an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching once again, and adios.